Hello everybody, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone. Gnarlo, good boy. When last we left off, we were once more here with Laerdan and his long and lonely vigil here keeping track over Mordrembor, one of the lieutenants of Amarthiel here in Annuminas. We are actually in Tenodir Keep, somewhat to the northeast of Annuminas, east-northeast of Annuminas. And when last we were here, we had a note from Laerdan. Laerdan had written a note saying that he was going off into Amarthiel to the tower of Barad Tironn to stop Amarthiel himself. Basically falling into the trap that Mordrembor said that all this was for. I also want to take a look at this finely woven cloth bag. This bag is made of finely woven black cloth. It is hoped that the tight mesh of the bag will protect you from the influence of the Palantir. Anyway, we need to go down and see Calanglad, let him know that Laerdan has taken this terrible step, very misguided and unfortunate step of going into Annuminas after Amarthiel himself. Even after warning us about being aware of the whisperings and the mutterings of Mordrembor, he seemed to have fallen prey to them himself. So now we have to go and see if we can rescue him from the clutches of the Angmarhim. In the meantime, we are going to ride over to Calanglad, give him the note, let him know the bad news, and see what his plans are. And that will take us to chapter 13. The plan carried out. Got to say, Mordrembor seemed quite pleased with his role in this entire situation. Alright, let's ride up to Calanglad. Book 10, Chapter 13, The Plan Carried Out. Every decision I have made has gone ill, Gnarlo. My thoughts of victory turn to ash, even as it seemed so near. For Laerdan to pay this price for the mistaken pride of the Dunedain fills me with sorrow. Many a thousand curses fall upon the heads of Mordrembor and his frail mistress. Nay, I will not give in to despair. Those things seem darkest. Our prisoner is a creature of lies and deceit, and despite his cruel whisperings, we have won great victories in Annuminas. Can this be a ruse risen from the desperation of a captive whose plans have not borne the expected fruit? Can it be that Amarthiel's search has gone less well than she hoped, and that Mordrembor seeks now to fill us with despair when none should be? We may be able to save Laerdan and recover the Palantir as he intended, Gnarlo. Though he has left us, perhaps the Dunedain can repay Laerdan for his friendship. One last assault on the steps of Barad Tironn may get you and your friends within its walls, Gnarlo, and we shall see if there is any truth to Mordrembor's words. We shall see if the time has come yet for despair, or if our greatest victory is at hand.
What do you need?
Right. 500 more points with the Wardens of Annuminas as well. Book 10, Chapter 14, The Eye of Angmar. Too long have I delayed, hoping to reclaim the city from the forces of Angmar, but I see now that victory in Annuminas will not be complete if Amarthiel learns the location of Narquel. We will have traded victory here for defeat elsewhere. This was the lesson of Laerdan, but I did not see it. Speak to me when your allies are ready, and we will launch a final assault upon Barad Tironn. If we are successful, you will have access to the inner chamber, where one of you must pick up the Palantir and carry it back to the entrance, where I will be waiting. If you have the finely woven cloth bag given to you by Guladir, the Palantir should not harm you. Protect the bearer of the Palantir from the attacks of the enemy. Much depends upon this, Gnarlo, for we will not have another chance. If you see Laerdan within the depths of Barad Tironn, do what you can, but do not endanger yourself needlessly. The retrieval of the Seeing Stone must come first. It is what he would have wanted, the eye of Angmar blinded once more. Another quest meant for a fellowship. We will undertake it solo and then receive the inspiration bonus, but the challenge will be great. And that is quite possible, too. We have already seen one of these challenges, the one up there at Karn Doom, was a little bit too much for us. So this one, we are going to go ahead and take it on and see whether we might be powerful enough with the inspiration bonus to make it through the fight. Are you prepared, Gnarlo? I will give you the word when you and your allies are ready, and we will storm Barad Tironn with as much force as we can muster. Retrieving the Palantir will be up to you. My men can only pave the way for you. If you can do anything to help Laerdan inside Barad Tironn, I would ask that you do, but I fear he is lost to us. Let us travel now.
Laerdan, succumbing to the whisperings of Mordrambor, foolishly seeks to confront Amarthiel at Barad Tironn, where she seeks to use the Palantir to find Narquil. The only hope for the Free Peoples is for the Palantir to be recovered from her grasp.
I seem to remember this. I've been on this particular plaza and all here, in front of Barad Tironn, at least once. Not a couple of times. Alright, Calenglad, let us talk to him.
What do you need?
The Palantir is somewhere within Barad Tironn, Gnarlo. My men have managed to bring you this far, but we must hold the line. You will need to find the Palantir yourself. If you can assist Laerdan in any way once you are inside, I would ask you to do so, but retrieval of the Palantir must come first. Once you have seized it, carry it back here to me with as much haste as you can manage. If Amarthiel realizes what you have done, she will do everything in her power to keep you from escaping with it, so you must be quick. Alright. Well, let us try this on for size. This might make it a little easier to get within the tower itself. It's nice to be a burglar at times, you know? And amazingly, everything is gray. I think I could probably actually fight my way in. But why fight when you can use your sneak powers, you know? We had an entire company of burglars such as myself. This would go quite easy. Lozadurk. Looks like we have a troll that we may have to fight in order to get past and into the gate. Let us see how this goes. Maybe I can enter the gate without having to fight him. And I cannot. So yes, it looks like we are going to have to at least fight this guy. But I'm going to face back this way so he doesn't knock me into a courtyard full of enemies. Let's see, level 50, 32,000 hit points. Even at this point, he's still got, almost 3 times more hit points than I do. That's fine. Let us find his weaknesses, see if we can diversion. And stab him in the back. Alright, we are definitely doing a good deal of damage to him. That is always good to see. Use our special aim skill. It's going to fire off our critical there. Boy, he's got some really heavy hammers he's pounding us with as well. Making everything jump. But Oh, need rest. Alright, let's take these guys out. Annuminas was to be our glory. A willing sacrifice. Yeah, bye-bye. Alright, the troll ran off into the shadows. But we are actually inside the tower now. Enter Barad Tironn and search for the Palantir. Once more, while we're here, let's take a look around at just the architecture and stuff. Because I don't know if we'll get to take a look at it again. But you can see how pretty it is. Gnarlo, what are you doing here? One, how do you see me? Nothing else has been so far.
My heart cannot sing today.
Gnarlo, why have you come here? This is not your fight. I need to confront Amarthiel on my own, as it should have been done long ago. The time is past, my friend. If I can hold Amarthiel's attention long enough, you will be able to seize the Palantir. We will challenge her together, and perhaps she will not realize her peril. When I give you the word, you must seize the Palantir and immediately run to the entrance of Barad Tironn. Do not delay. Bring it to Calenglad, and perhaps I will be able to set right my errors of old. May the Valar smile upon your endeavor and mine, Gnarlo. Let us go. Alright, so when he gives the word, we've got to seize the Palantir. Meantime, I don't think you'll mind if I go back into sneak mode, will you? Looks like there's a Amarthiel and crew. Amarthiel, I have come to you at last. I've come to finish this. I see trees, the trees of the wilderness, the troll shaws. Narkuil is... Mordrambor did his work well. I did not think you would come. Did you not? So Angmar's new regent is already not all-knowing? Your days are too long already, and they end here. Narkuil awaits me within the wilderness. You have come too late. Late perhaps, but not too late for this. One of you, grab the Palantir and bring it to Calenglad, quickly. I think we can do that. Alright, I guess we run with the Palantir. You cannot harm me, Laerdan. Your weapon is as water at this form. Take the Palantir and go. I'm going. Jeez. Good lord, look at that Eye of Dread up there. Should have it in a bag. Can I sneak with it? Nope. Can't use sneak while carrying the Palantir either. Deliver it to Calenglad at the entrance to Barad Tironn. I've got a nasty feeling that perhaps Laerdan might not come through this so well. Being that there isn't any of us back there to keep him, give him aid and assistance. I've got to say, getting through the grays here has been quite easy. For not less than past, you have delivered the Palantir to Calenglad. Completed the instance, the Eye of Angmar. Alright. We have no time to waste, Gnarlo. I weak for Laerdan, but we must retrieve the Palantir and remove it to Annuminas. Are you ready?
Long have the rangers of the north guarded the ruins of Annuminas. When Amarthiel came, they struggled to repel her, and after a bitter battle, managed to recover the Palantir. But victory came with a terrible price, and Amarthiel saw something in the Palantir which might lead her to Narkuil.
Well, it's kind of reassuring there that we saw Laerdan go down in the cutscene at the end of the book there, because that That just shows there was nothing we could do to save him. No matter what, he was going to die because he was down, or be defeated. Because he was defeated in the cutscene, so... I feel better about taking it and running now. Talk to Calanglad.
How can I be of service?
The victory is bittersweet, my friend, for Laerdan has been taken by the enemy, and we do not have the numbers to stage another assault upon Barad Tironn. Oh good, so he's not dead. I fear that he is lost to us, and although the Palantir is now free of Amarthiel's clutches, it seems she learned at least some of the information she sought. Only time now keeps her from reclaiming Narkuel, the ring she lost so long ago. I will bring the Palantir to one that will keep it safe. We have done what we could, Gnarlo, but it was not enough. 100 curses upon the Iron Crown. It has taken so much from us, and for every victory it deals us a dozen hurts. And yet we fight on. It has always been the way of the Dunedain, and I know it is your way as well, Gnarlo. What else is there to do? We will fight on in Laerdan's name, and in the names of all those who have fallen. And one day Amarthiel will pay for each and every one. I swear it on the bones of my fathers, and on my father's fathers. We will see it done, Gnarlo. Alright, let's see what we're going to take here. Sarna Bog, which is a wrist. Not too bad. That is a nice piece. Talos, which isn't too bad. That's comparable to what we have. A strange ring. That one is pretty comparable to all the other ones we have as well. Narur, once again, another level 50, comparable piece. And a pouch of Shire Dust, which is not as good as the Fowl of Swirling Waters, but it's still a pretty damn nice thing. It's a shame that pouch of Shire Dirt. You know what I'm going to choose? Just because it's a pouch of Shire Dirt, I'm going to take the pouch of Shire Dirt. It's going to be nice to carry around a piece of home with me in all these horrible places I go. Calanglad. Sometimes you have to choose the role-playing choice, you know. As we move on into Book 11, Chapter 1, Watching the Roads. We cannot grieve now for Laerdan, Gnarlo. Amarthiel will not hesitate to make use of her newly found knowledge. If only we had been able to seize the Palantir in time, her search for Narkuel might have remained fruitless. Nay, there's little use in dwelling on the past. Take comfort in this, Gnarlo. We know what Amarthiel saw within the depths of the Seeing Stone, for she spoke of it when you and Laerdan entered Barad Tironn. Did she not speak of the wilderness of the Trollshaws? She has revealed to us her next movement, and if we act with haste, we may yet find Narkuel before she does. We have not the numbers to prevent her servants from leaving Evendim, but we can at least be alerted of their movements. 2 of my brethren watch the roads out of Evendim, and they must be told what to expect, that Amarthiel may be planning to send her servants by various roads out of Evendim. Seek Torogethir at the Evendim gate, northeast of here at the pass to the fields of Fornos, and Galthoniel on a small rise overlooking the Baradalf, far to the south of here and east of the halfling village of Dwayling. Tell them what we suspect of Amarthiel's plans, and that they are to send ravens to Tinadir at the first sign of the Angmar's movements. They are not to engage any such patrols in open battle. Go with haste, Gnarlo. When our strength in arms is found lacking, information must be our greatest ally. So we need to go talk to Torogethir and Galthoniel. So we will certainly accept that. Let's see. We'll probably see... yeah, we will go and talk to Torogethir first at the Evendim gate, at the pass to the fields of Fornost. I think all the rest are, the Tomb of Elendil and the Rangers of Estelden. That is where we will head first. So I am going to mount up. And we will head over to Torogethir. He should be directly, pretty much east. He'll be the easiest one to find, I'm sure. We will pull up our map here right quick. As you see, we're leaving Tinadir. Once we cross here, we just follow the path. Just continue following the road to the east until we get right there to the gates of Fornost. That leads into the fields of Fornost over here in the North Downs. I imagine he'll be somewhere right around in that area, probably on a little rise or something. And we'll be able to warn him to be on the lookout for Amarthiel's movements. Got a bit of a rainstorm going on here. A little thunder, a little lightning in the sky. See the flash occasionally there. I've been in far stronger rains than this in the game before, so it's strange to see, you know, just the little flickers of lightning and just almost like a gentle shower coming down. It's also nice to be able to record this area here in the 1080p as well. It's been a while since I've been in this territory before, and that was back when I was still recording in 720, so while still beautiful, now you get to see it in a little bit more detail, a little bit crisper, a little bit sharper, and just that a little bit prettier than it was before. As I said, I believe that he sits on a little lookout, I think directly to the north of the road here as we go across. You can already see the blighted trees of the fields of Fornost ahead of us through the pass there, where the taint and the dead spirits have gone to scourge the forest here up there on that northern slope, as you see. Now, like I said, I believe we're getting some dread. Starting to see some of the Oathbreakers too. I believe he's going to be on like a camp right up there, perhaps. He will definitely be here on one of these overlooks. Let's keep our eye open for any rings that may appear as we ride along. Perhaps it will give us a clue. There we go. I was thinking he was to the north. There we go. Boy, you look like you are settled in for a while here, mate. Alright, let's dismount and talk to Torogathir. My people have long protected these lands, yet now all may be lost.
Greetings.
I will take your news to heart, Gnarlo, and send a raven to Calenglad at the first sign of Angmarum leaving Evendem. I have seen naught yet, however. It's been unusually quiet. Okay. So he has not seen anything yet. Let us go to Galthoniel. We should have enough time to reach him. Or her. Galthoniel sounds like a girl, but I can't say for sure. Sounds like a female name, but I can't say for sure. We shall see. Let us ride back to the crossroads and then head south, I think. Back toward the lands of Gadolf, and eventually leads back through Bull Roar's throat and into the Shire. We certainly hope Amarthiel's forces do not go that way. Would not be very pleasant for the inhabitants of the Shire if this group of Angmarum were to travel through their lands. I dare say, for all their strengths and all of their fine qualities, people of the Shire would not last very long. Alright, back to the crossroads. And then we will head back on up the hill. And it will take us to the Pass of the Kings, which I cannot remember what the name of it is. Basically, we're going to go right up underneath that giant statue that we keep seeing whenever we're out there on the lake. We haven't been this way in quite a while now. I think you can see its sword right there, looming up over the top of the hill. Yes, indeed, that is the sword and the head of the statue. The remaining statue, anyway. I think there was originally one that faced in both directions. However, the ravages of time have taken their toll. Yes, we're just lucky that the forces of Amarthiel and the forces of the orcs have not pulled down that statue as well. What is this called? The Crossing of the King, maybe? I'm looking forward to whenever we travel on past Moria and Lothlorien and get on past the Great River and all in the future to come. The High King's Crossing, that was it. I knew it was something king and something crossing. Way back when I originally played, none of this was here. This was just an empty place when my dwarf came through. None of these provisioners, healers, none of the quest givers, the milestone.
What do you need?
Stable Master. Which, have we got that one? Yes, we do have this one, don't we? None of this stuff existed back then. Mailbox, none of that was there. Said they've added quite a bit to this area over time. In a effort to, I suppose, make it a little easier and a little more convenient to come and adventure. Alright, so we are looking for an overlook. Looking over the... Is it Gandalf? I know I always goof up and call it Gandalf. What is... Barandolf. There we go. How much you want to bet it'll be at that campsite right there, maybe? I don't know. He also mentioned dwelling. Where did he say? Small I rise over southeast of east of the Shire village of Dwelling. East of it. So north, south, east will be over this way. He didn't say to the north, he said east. Now, as we've noticed before, sometimes they don't give the best directional sense and all in the world. But we will see. I know we've been this way at least once before. There's the Barad there, by the way. The Brandywine River that runs through the Shire. These are the northern extents of it, as it runs down from Lake Evendim. They don't always give the best directional information in their quests. But let's let them take them at their word right now and think he's to the east. Alright. While we are here... keep wanting to check out that campsite. I'm going to do that right quick just to see... Just to go up and take a look at that campsite. That's another one that I don't know if it actually existed back in the days whenever I played. I don't remember it being there. It's definitely one of the things that they added in. We should be just about on it. There it is. So that is the campsite here. Imagine those of you with like various abilities. For instance, a guardian would be able to call up a tinker here. You'd be able to make trail food over this campfire, and hunters could probably use it to summon party members, because I think that's one of their abilities, is summoning party members whenever they are at a campsite. I'm surprised it doesn't have a mustering horn and all that. They haven't gotten around to putting a mustering horn and a couple of provisioners there, and possibly a healer and all. As it seems like most of these areas have at least one site like that. As I said, back in the day, whenever my dwarf went through this area, you didn't have that. If once you gathered up stuff, you either had to go all the way back to just outside of Dwelling to sell your stuff, or you had to go all the way down to Tinadir. We didn't even have the campsite there at the High King's Crossing. So needless to say, yes, it made for a long, long route. Now, where are we at? We're here. I'm thinking maybe up on this ridge line, perhaps. Because he needs to be in an area where he can watch the road. So we'll check this little hill, and then we'll get up and check that ridge line there. And see if we can find Galthoniel. In fact, it sounds like an elf by that name. Okay, that's not it. Oops. That was an unfortunate crunch. Is that a tent? That is a tent. Okay, so there's... Yep, there's the town of Dwelling, right over yonder. Lies just over that hill, past that tree there. Down in that little valley. And I believe we have probably found... Indeed we have. We found a female ranger. The Barandelf remains untented by the forces of the enemy. Why do you have an elf name, my lady? Galthoniel.
What can I do for you?
Thank you for the news, Gnarlo, though it is worrisome. I think it unlikely that Amarthiel would choose to send her warriors through the troll shaws by the road I watch, but I will send a raven to Calanglad at once if it does come to pass. But I must disagree with Calanglad's wishes on one matter. If Amarthiel does choose to send her Angmarum south along this road, I will not stand idly by. Though I fall in battle with the enemy, I will keep at least some Angmarum from passing into the Shire. Nay, do not seek to change my mind. I will not be swayed in this. I will send my raven first, of course. I like you. I like you a lot. In fact, I like you so much, this is where we are going to end our little mission, and I am going to share some pipeweed for you. You want to see my pouch of Shire dirt while you're at it? Alright, that's where we were going to leave off this time around, sitting here sharing a smoke with the Galthoniel. Next time, we are going to travel back, talk to Calanglad, and finish up Book 11, Chapter 1 here. Watching the roads. So we will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. And I will try and get up another one before I go back to work this week. I was hoping to get some up this weekend, but I ended up being sick. Had a stomach bug and ended up having to spend it in bed. So 3 days laying in bed did not make things very amenable to getting a lot of episodes up. But we will see you next time. We'll definitely get one more, probably tomorrow. And we will see which way the Amarthiel and the Angmarum are going to travel out of Evendem. So we'll see you then. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.